Well, firstly, I want to say if there's any kids listening, if you're in the car or anything, it's going to be quite a sweary one, so...
Tits. Yes.
That's what I have to work with.
Have some of that. How do you feel about that, parents?
You know,
we're kicking some ass today.
We're pointing some fingers and kicking ass today. It's...
We can finger some ass and kick some fingers too, possibly.
Maybe. I just. There we go. Trying to be serious.
Yeah. Finger some ass.
Can I get the serious bit out of the way first?
Me. Yeah, please.
Ready?
Please, yeah, go ahead. Hello and welcome once again to Better Than Yesterday, a podcast all about trying to help you at the start of your week win those tiny little battles. And my name's Steve Kalis, and I'm joined as always by Tom Sims.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Hey, yeah, good. Yeah, that's you lift the energy down. I was trying to do the cool, sexy voice thing.
I don't know why you keep doing the sexy voice. It's just me and you, like in your house.
I know. All these candles are lit, and I'll put some clothes on.
It's going to be quite funny how I start this, but we want to talk about like overthinking and stop overthinking, basically.
Okay. All right.
But it's quite funny, and the word I'm looking for, ironic right now, is because I haven't stopped overthinking all day.
You've been overthinking, so
yeah.
You're a victim of this.
Yeah, so I'm basically telling people not to, but I've been doing it myself.
But that's all right, because then you're about to deal with it yourself.
Yeah. So, like, what's your opinion? And hopefully some of the listeners can get back to us. But you know that bitch Cinderella.
Oh,
yeah, that girl. Mm-hmm. You know, the one that gets high and like turns mice into horses or something. I don't know. I've not seen the film. I've got the posters. I've got the posters, but I don't have the film.
You summed it up nicely.
Yeah. You know, like. The whole film's about her losing her shoe, but it fits perfectly. So how does she lose her shoe if it fits perfectly?
Well, until you start scratching away at this, and the fabric of literature falls apart. So
well, fuck you, Disney.
Yeah.
You've ruined my day.
Yeah, you bastards.
But anyway, overthinking. This is, it's something that we all do. I'm guilty of it. I think if my mum listens to this now and she knows what I'm about to say about the whole get over it point of view, then she'll probably pull my pants down and slap me again, because I've been not again. It's not my 21st. I've always been terrible for it. Like, I'd have stomach pains and Google it and it's like, right, I'm dying. Can't sleep at night because I just let it take control of me. Everything's so negative. It's the worst. And I don't know. I'm sure you're the same. I'm sure everyone's the same.
I'm horrible. Yeah, honestly, that's one of my worst flaws is overthinking stuff, over-examining things. Like I could walk past, and I think, why doesn't that guy like me? Was it something I said? Is it the way I look? Something I smell? I never even spoke to him. I just walk past a random guy in the street. I overthink everything.
Be my friend.
Yeah,
like a puppy.
Yeah. I'll be funny to make you like me. I promise. And I'm awful for it. So any advice on this will be very well received.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people are going to like it, because this isn't going to be like a rapping in cotton wool kind of episode. Right. So overthinking, it's basically. Everyone's like, I wish I could stop overthinking. Like, is it so bad? I wish I could stop. And it's like, right, take a step back. Why? It's literally your brain is designed to think and function. Mm-hmm. So why do you want the one thing that keeps you alive to stop working? It's people only focus on it when it's the negative thinking. But get out of that negative mindset and flip it onto the positive. Think about the positives in life and overthink about that shit. Like, Jesus Christ, get over yourself. Wow. Stop thinking. I am. Yeah.
You warned me you'd go there and I wasn't ready.
I'm pointing my finger as well, which is really good for podcasts.
It is, yeah. I'm alarmed.
It's all about making those decisions, and you've got to give up control. Control is the biggest thing. Like, how many people have worried and stressed about COVID? Like, you cannot do anything about it. You've got no control over it. You can, obviously, have the safety precautions by wearing a mask and doing it, etc. But it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So why are you overthinking it? Why are you worrying about it? Why are you not going to that event because someone might have it? Like, just you need to get back on with life. And it's across the board for any of that. It's funny, and I got permission. Hi all. Last night, I'm still a sucker for it.
Is this a personal revelation?
So this is like personal, and it happened last night, and it's definitely not made up. Mm-hmm. It's proof to say, you know, that where I used to be, I would overthink, and it would kill relationships because, you know, I could have a girlfriend at the time that's going to Birmingham for the night out, and I'd be like, you read a book about a guy in Birmingham before, you're definitely going up to see him, that non-fictional character. Right? Yeah. And that'd be it, like, done, and I'd go quiet and like moody and like insecure and everything. But
that struck me as a very specific example as well. That was a personal one.
Fucking Birmingham. But no, like last night, so my girlfriend now, like, she's gorgeous. I cannot believe, like, I'm with her, but she's told me about, like, a few of her exes, and, you know, a gorgeous girl, she's been with some hunky men, you know, good looking models and all this stuff, and I'm just like, she told me last night, and I let it play on my mind for probably like 10 minutes, and I was like, why the fuck is she with me? She's been with models, and now she's with me, like, what have I got to offer? But instead of, like, letting it build up inside of me, I just spoke about it. I just literally went, whoa, wait a minute, you know what we were saying like 10 minutes ago? I need to get it off my chest, because I can feel it bubbling inside me. So, you know, let's talk about it. I need to let you know about it, and I need to know your opinion on it. And after talking about it for like 2 minutes, we both decided, like, well, it didn't work with those guys, so why are you worrying about it? And again, you've stopped focusing on the past. It's something you've got no control over, so why are you worrying about something? You need to focus on the evidence in front of you, and it's, you know, she's with me now, she's not with them. Why are you worrying? Why are you thinking about anything else? Yeah. And, you know, and hopefully people can kind of take that on board, because it is this. I hope this episode is just like a wake up call. Yeah. I mean, those insecurities I find they're natural to a point, but it's how you respond to those urges, right? And those that sort of sick, that it's gonna happen. But if you communicate about it and you sit back and you notice it and deal with it straight away, like there's a theme in these podcasts that we do. Yeah. It's all about facing it on, like, straight away when it happens.
I thought about that same thing when I re-listened to a couple of the episodes. It's mindfulness. It's being aware in the moment, catching yourself and going, I'm doing that thing again, where I overthink, and I'm so why don't I just, instead of imagining scenarios, getting angry in my head or getting upset or worried or insecure in my head, why not just the person I'm in a partnership with, communicate with them? And you have to catch yourself. You have to get into the habit of catching yourself doing it. And I think you obviously you did that, which is good. So that's you going, and that's the lesson I've learned, is working. Yeah, exactly. I'm very good at that nowadays, especially in relationships. I find that I just think those insecurities are very much sort of 18-year-old me. But now at 30, mostly it's apathy. Mostly I just think, I'll be all right. But mostly I just catch myself going, no, she shouldn't have to get some distress because of my insecurities. Definitely. It's no reflection on relationships.
Yeah, and it is. And, you know, we're not just focusing on relationships in these circumstances. People overthink about anything and everything. And you know what the biggest thing I feel personally about, and what I've learned through all these experiences and all the, you know, the stuff I've been reading and, like, you know, the life coaching, is overthinking a decision. There's a black and white version to it. It's either a fuck yes or a fuck no. And if it ain't a fuck yes, then leave it. It's a no. Yeah. Stop dwelling on it, saying it might be alright, it might work out or whatever. No, it's either a full in, you're going in balls deep, or you're not at all. Yeah. And you have that attitude on anything you do in life, you're only going to end up doing the things that you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, profound. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So what's the where did you want to go next with it? I mean, is there more?
Can we talk about star signs?
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
No.
We're probably gonna lose like 2 of our 4 like listeners right now, but
yeah, if you're a Sagittarius, now's the time to switch off.
You're gonna get upset. Right, stop blaming your star signs or the moon or your lucky crystal that, you know, you're overthinking and, you know, this is the way I am because I'm a freaking Gemini or whatever you are, like a gremlin. Like, stop finding excuses and just take control of your life and decide what you want to do. So many people just like, it's just the way I am because, you know, the fucking wind's going left today and not right. Like, get over yourself. Sort yourself out. Like, anyone can change. Your brain is so powerful that you can change your mind. You can reprogram it. Yeah. So don't be set in your ways. And it's exactly the same if, you know, you're fat because, you know, you've always been fat. Like, well, you keep thinking that, then you're going to be. You're skinny and you want to put on weight, you know. Well, I'm skinny and I can't. All right, we'll change it. Stop finding excuses. Get on with it and do it.
Yeah. You warned me it would be like this, and here we are.
I'm angry today.
No, well, I mean, but at the crux of it, those are really important lessons, because it's like there's no set program. You're not a robot. You can overcome all of it, right?
Yeah.
Because I often think the same thing in reverse. I think you should, when people, like religious people or people, give credit to, like I remember meeting this woman years ago, and she was a single mum of 4 kids. She was unreal. She worked, she raised the kids, and every time we would talk about it, she'd say, you know, God gives me the strength to do this. God gives me the strength to do that. And I think, no, you give you the strength to do that. And I mean, I'm not, you know, anti-religious belief or anything, but I think you do need to take a minute to go, God, I'm doing this. I'm pretty good. In the same vein, sometimes you need to go, do you know what, I'm actually stuck doing this thing I don't want to do or don't want to be, because I'm convinced it's my programming. And with the star signs, you're right. You're not. It's crap. It is crap. There's no, and so you can't be like, oh, I have to be this way. It's my personality. I'm a Sagittarius.
I get it, and just like you're saying, you get the religious point of view. Like if you believe in the woo woo stuff, like the spiritual sides, you know, crack on. If it makes you feel good, all I'm saying that is, don't let it control your behaviours. Like, because you can change your behaviours. You can say like, oh, you know, I'm a Pisces and that makes me a nice person, then sweet. But don't then have an off day and be like, oh God, I thought I was Pisces, maybe I'm not. Like, just changing ship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and that is important. You can overcome that. You can model yourself however you like. You just got to start building that person now.
I'm glad I got that off my chest, actually.
So
Cinderella and star signs. Me too. Cinderella's and star signs. The fact you're still naked as well is like...
Is it off-putting?
Yeah.
Because I like the breeze. Can I take these tassels off? Where would you like to go now, mate? Is there a more chilled section, or is this...
Yeah, so like, as we do come to a close, there's obviously... There's lessons and steps that you have to overcome to get, like, you know, I was saying about Holly with her exes, like, you don't just change overnight your mindset. You know, I've had to do a lot of work on myself and the way I think, and, you know, there's a couple of steps that, you know, I guess that I'd like to just get across. And if you are overthinking and you are an overthinker, just check in on yourself. Like, ask yourself how you're feeling in this current moment. Are you anxious? Are you sad? Are you angry about something? And again, like, you got to deal with it, but it's that self check-in and, right, I'm going to start to deal with it. This is how I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling it. What's the next actions? Stop trying to be perfect. Like, nobody in this world is perfect, so just give yourself a break, basically. Like, just let go of the control of trying to be perfect. Just relax. Everyone overthinks. I've just said that I still do it, but it's how you deal with it now. It's putting your life into perspective as well. And again, I go back to the ex-boyfriends. It's that me then turning around and going, right, how did I feel? I'm feeling a bit anxious. I'm gonna sort it out. You know, and then why am I trying to be like those people? Well, I'm not. I'm myself. So, you know, focus on yourself. The perspective, check in on, like, the perspectives of your life. Right, well, I'm with her, I'm happy, she's with me and she's happy. So, you know, it's the black and white stuff that you look at. And then it's just having a plan that you're not going to take this any further. It's, you're going to give yourself 10 minutes, you're going to give yourself half an hour, you're going to give yourself an hour. It's finding, right, I'm in that mood, how am I going to get over it? And, you know, maybe I need to just go chill out for a minute. I need to put my phone on the side. You need to practice that. How can you stop overthinking? How can you reduce that anxiety in yourself? It's having a bath, it's reading a book, it's meditating, you know, it's anything like that. Yeah. I think if you follow those steps, then the more and more you do it, the quicker they come, and you'll be able to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. And do you know what, so I always try to think of, I catch myself, that sort of mindfulness we were talking about, and it's like a second person in my head, right? A second Steve. And then that's the Steve that goes, oh no, we can't go there. No, we can't. We shouldn't have another glass of wine. Oh, why didn't you check in with me? Is that Steve?
Why are you Buzz Killington?
This is how second Steve talks. It's very annoying. It's in my head all the time.
I wish you could see the hand gestures.
Oh, I can't stop it. It's my problem with my spine. My hand keeps working around. But I've got that second version of me. And I remember going to some counselling years ago. And I remember the woman saying to me, and it was horrible advice, don't ever do this. And forget it as soon as I tell you. But I remember she goes, these anxieties that you have in your mind.
You went to America for...
I'll just give these people characters for the sake of the show, right? Her name was Elizabeth. She's a surfer. These anxieties that you got in the back of your mind, you have to picture them as one big parrot stood behind you. And I was like, oh, fuck. And now sometimes all I see is this enormous parrot stood behind me going, no, Steve, no, you couldn't go out with her. She's far too pretty. And I go, oh, leave me alone, parrot. And that was about 15 years ago that parrot came into my life, and I can't. I know, we've digressed a little bit. So so if you can pull anything from that, we'll edit this majorly in post. So, Simply, what have you got?
Wow.
That wasn't me. That was the parrot.
Yeah. Freaking parrot. It's leaving on a quote like I love to do.
Oh, hit it. Because this is the bit for the Facebook and Instagram, so hit it hard.
Just remember that worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble, but it does take away today's peace.
Oh, shit. Now, should we end it there?
Yep.
Christ. Hi everyone, Steve Kalis here. Thank you all so much for listening to the episode. Me and Tom are working really hard on this show, and the messages you're sending us on social media and via our email, they mean the world to us, and we're so happy that we get to help you and you feel like you're a little bit less alone because we're going through these struggles with you. If you want to get in contact with us, you can do so at BTY Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, or btypodcast@yahoo.com. You can find me, Steve, at Kalis Media, CALIS Media. We've got a hell of a lot of new projects coming, a lot of podcasts. We now, as a company, own 4 podcasts: Our Pokemon Quest, Better Than Yesterday, The Steve Kalis Show, and the new Guttermouth, which is all about the crudest and funniest stories from all over the internet and our personal lives. I do that with my friend Roxy. It's not for kids, it's definitely for adults, that one. Also, this week we are sponsored, and our sponsor this week is Adam Wood at www.adamwoodcarpentry.com. Now, Adam has been an enormous help to us this week. We're so grateful for him. And if you can all do us a favour and head to www.adamwoodcarpentry.com and check out some of the unbelievable work that he does. He's a real artist. So have a look at that, and we appreciate you, Adam, and we appreciate you, the listener. Thanks, everyone.